Today I want to share with you the meaning of the 2300 evenings and mornings written in the book of Daniel chapter 8 verse 14. To understand this text, you need to see the entire context. There's an event described from verse 1 through verse 14. Behold, a goat came from the west across the whole earth without touching the ground. Then it runs with great force toward the ram, becomes enraged against the ram, strikes it and breaks its two horns. But at the height of its power, that horn was broken. After this horn was broken, a small horn emerged in its place. This small horn rises in the east at noon and moves toward the beautiful land, which is Jerusalem. It begins to exalt itself against the beautiful city, against the Jewish army, and against the prince of the Jewish army. Translated to today's terms, the prince of the Jewish army is Netanyahu. So this goat with its small horn is the Antichrist who emerges boasting from the beautiful land. Who is boasting today? Ali Khamenei, the leader of Iran. He wants to destroy the Jews, destroy Netanyahu, because they believe Jerusalem and Israel are their Palestine. They're boasting. Now the more interesting part, and he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away. This daily sacrifice refers to the red heifers, which is yet to happen. It says, and the army was given over with the daily sacrifice. That's the sacrifice of red heifers. Because of Jewish transgressions, he cast truth to the ground and prospered. So in verse 14, where it tells us when these things will happen, it says, until 2300 evenings and mornings. That's when all these things will happen. These 2300 evenings and mornings is just a symbolic number. Just as the 70 weeks is also symbolic, because 70 weeks refers to 7 years of great tribulation. So 2300 evenings and mornings is also a symbolic number that refers to the year 2030. So when 2030 arrives, all these things will happen. What are the things that will happen? This little horn will take Israel, will defeat Israel's army, will trample it, meaning it will kill. And it will also kill the prince of the army, referring to Netanyahu. This is Daniel's vision. But the answer to this text is also in the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 7. Oh, in part B it says, after a time, 2 times and half a time, which is 3.5 years, when the power of the holy people is destroyed, all these things will be fulfilled. When the Antichrist makes a 7-year agreement. But when 3.5 years pass, that's what it's saying here, look. After 3.5 years, these things will happen. Because after 3.5 years, the Antichrist will break the agreement. When he breaks the agreement, Daniel chapter 8 will be fulfilled. He'll defeat the army, kill the Jewish forces and their leader Netanyahu. When the power of the holy people is taken, that power refers to Israel's lands. It means the lands of Israel will be seized by the Antichrist and his followers. But there's deliverance for some Jews, as Daniel 11 verse 41 says, the Antichrist will enter the glorious land and many countries will fall by his hand, but God will deliver. Edom, Moab, and the leaders of the children of Ammon. There is deliverance for these people, for the first fruits totaling 144,000 Jewish boys, as written in Revelation 7 and 14. For these Jewish boys, Edom, Moab, and the children of Ammon will be delivered. And how will they be delivered? Daniel 12 says, at that time Michael will arise, the great prince who protects your people, the Jewish children. God gave me complete understanding that the 2300 evenings and mornings refers to the year 2030, when all these prophecies will be fulfilled. The Antichrist will reign in Israel for 3.5 years. After those 3.5 years, the true Messiah of Israel, Yeshua Jesus of Nazareth, will return to destroy the Antichrist, the false prophet, and his followers. So in the end, the victory still belongs to the Jews.